Hello everyone, I'm Oth, Thai in the United States. We are going to the Mid-Tate Ranch. We are in California, the Palm Spring trip. We purchased the tour for San Andreas Fault, the Red Jeep tour. I look online, there are many places that Red Jeep tour services. At first, I have no idea what this is about. The place, I thought it was national park or state park, but I knew after come back from the tour, I look online. The place is Mid-Tate Ranch. It is private property, and San Andreas Fault is about history when the land moved and affect to the crack of the world, but it's not the whole world, it's just some area in California. That is all I can remember. You guys who love history or you like history, you know better than me, or you had no idea. If you're interested, you can look up for information. It is good time for this as they service early in the morning this time. I look for information online. They service in the morning and in the afternoon sometimes. Depends on the weather, the temperature. This time we take the morning tour. Takes about 3 hours.
Every year, we have
I saw 2 jeeps when we get there.
our area here, we're about 2 miles wide.
And each group not over than 7, I asked the guy. But we have only 5 people, including the guy 6. And the other group, I'm not sure, 5 or 6 people. It is good thing about travel with the tour, as the guy always telling us the story, the history behind. มาเห็นไหม If you who don't like to travel like this or to see nature like this, you will not enjoy, but I am enjoy, especially when I know the story behind. That always make me wow, how come, how happened, oh, this stay that long as all time. And especially I like the nature. I like to record video, take photo. I love to see everything in the world if I have a chance to see the world. But recently, just in the United States and not over all the country yet. When my husband can manage his time, he takes me explore the United States where he can afford. And this Mid-Tate Ranch is private property, as I mentioned. It's not national park, but they provided the event around California. I don't know exactly information how many places. You can search and look by yourself. We spend time for over than 3 hours because the tour start like 8. We got there before 8 o'clock. and we finished
We have
about 11 or 11:30. But after this tour, we go to downtown for our lunch.
Like Costco or Fred Meyer's or a Home Depot and all that.
The guy telling us the story along the way. We hike a little bit.
So wildcat and coyote were the two voices, and this was a wildcat right here. Eat it if you want. If you even want to try it, tastes like a sunflower seed. Little spice.
Cracker.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Yep. There was new seed banks, not new seed banks, but seed banks that had been tossed out because it didn't.
On the ground, some area is difficult to walk because of the sand, and walk up to the hill. The guy explained everything that interesting, but I don't understand the whole thing because of the vocabulary. I understand in overall that is good enough for me.
Well, years later, after the actual rush had hit,
many trees in the area useful for the past because people who live here, who live in the area, they use the plants to make them can survive in the winter, in the summer, in the heat. We stopped for the bathroom a little bit. It is mobile bathroom and it is much better than what I used sometimes when I went to places. It has the water to flush and it's not look gross. When the Jeep moved, there is no dust in the air at all. That is good thing. If the dust in the air, it's gonna be my problem because I'm allergy. The guy prepare water and ice in the box behind the Jeep. Also, the small towel can cool off. Take the small towel in the cold water in the cooler and put on the neck. I didn't take it. Someone in our group take it and she said very refreshment. I am very confusing with the tense because I'm speaking voiceover at home and the video was finished and I think in my head I would like to say as on the day, so it's gonna be present tense, but another thought, I am here at home, it's gonna be past tense, then I speak mix up.
this was all created through flash flooding. See right here how the water when it comes out, flash floods. Until you're comfortable. There's only one or two steps that are a little, maybe you don't want it, but if it is.
For this trip, the most fun thing is walking through the gap between the mountains. I enjoy this trip very much, even in the heat.
Okay, but who is the guinea pig that's got this? You know what, I found this really cool trail today. I mean, this is cool.
If you noticed, you would see I always carry a bag that contain my bottle of water because I drink water very often. My mouth is dry easily and I always thirsty. Even in the condition like this, especially when we go to the places that don't have the shop for us, we hike up to the mountain where we could purchase water, right? So I prepare myself that not struggle or suffer. And in this area, the guy talk about the echo in this area never happened, and then he asked us to stay quiet for a moment, but I didn't hear that. Then I speak. My husband said, "No, don't speak." And this picture in the point the guy took for us, and he said, "This is the popular spot. Must take photos." And yeah, as I said, this is the most fun in this trip. We walk back now. At the beginning, I a little bit worry if the gap too small for my husband. I don't want to see him stuck. In fact, the gap is very big. As you see here, my husband looks tiny. And I always walk behind him or in front of him, but every time, always, because he walk further than me and look back sometimes, and then we always separated.
You guys got to see both extremes. You guys got to go to Joshua Tree yesterday,
Yeah.
and I'll say how close we are to Joshua Tree, but how different it is, huh?
Yeah, it's like totally different.
Totally different, rock,
Right.
Totally different.
I am good. I can take care of myself. That was my husband thinking. I'm sure he worried about me too, but not much because I am a brave person.
And now, me personally, I don't know how I could tell. I was just told by one of the other guys, but I don't know how to distinguish it from another. Because to me, it's
like they look the same, right?
yeah, to me, it's like you. It looks
Is very proud, right? I am proud of myself that I can take care of myself. But everything is in control. We always safe on our trip. The guy also talk about flooded in this area used to be underwater. That was wow. I could not imagine how that happened and how that gonna be, because right now we are walking in this area peacefully. We walk up the hill and it is difficult to walk in this area compared with the other stuff that we hike. Walk on the sand is more sticky, and as the heater than the morning. Now it's late, like 10 or 11 in the morning already. So I walk a little bit slower, and the view this is very pretty. You will see the mountain line that is San Jacinto, if I'm not wrong of the name, We took the tramway up there. Check on the other video. We just walked down from the hill behind me. My legs a little bit sore, but I'm still okay. Walk back to the Jeep, and now the tour is finished. My husband got 2 rocks as souvenir back home. The guide handed to him.
Rock or sedimentary rock.
Thank
And
you
then it
for
melts down.
watching and listening to me. Please check on my other video on Palm Spring trip. Bye.